Hey everybody, Joe here with another edition of 360 Comics. I have got an amazing collection to share with you today, and by that I mean a collection comprised entirely of Amazing Spider-Man comics from the early and mid Bronze Age of comics. Stick around to the end to see the 10 best key issues that I found. Over the weekend, we hit our goal of 2,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. That means a lot to me, and it also means that it's time to give away this book right here, Secret Wars #1. I'm going to give everyone until tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 23rd, and at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go live on Instagram and pick a winner for this book. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up for a like, leave a comment down below, and check out our other videos from the month of May to the present day. Like those videos and leave a comment on them for additional entries. Good luck. This collection once again comes to me from the former pawn shop owner who I've been buying from and dealing with over the last couple of months. In fact, I bought this collection about 2 months ago. I put the video for it on the back burner in favor of some other things and then forgot about it. So we're just getting to it now, but it is definitely worth the wait because this collection was amazing. Anyway, I bought from this guy a bunch of times. Like I said, he has a ton of comics that he had from his former pawn shop. His business shut down. He put the stuff in storage, and now he's finally liquidating it. He's bringing me a chunk at a time, and I'm fine with him doing it that way because he's bringing me some really great stuff. There have been some big Silver Age books, including the first Black Panther, and even another Spider-Man lot. I'm going to put the description to that in the link below so you can check it out after this video. Not to spoil anything, but there were some great keys in that lot as well. Now, this one is, Bronze Age, and in fact spans from the beginning to the middle of the Bronze Age from 1971 to 1977, and almost every single issue is in there. There were only 3 that were missing. Unfortunately, one of those is the biggest Bronze Age ASM key. First appearance of Punisher. Spoiler, you're not going to see that in this video. But let's take a look at some of the filler issues and the minor and medium keys before we get into the big stuff, the top 10 books. Definitely stay tuned for that. This collection had such a nice slice of the Bronze Age Amazing Spider-Man run, starting with issue 103 from 1971 and ending with issue number 170 from 1977. Hi Stella, how you doing? And there's so many medium keys and minor keys in here and classic covers and things like that that I couldn't put it all in the video, so I pulled out a top 10, but I did want to show you everything that was in here, and look at this. The majority of these are amazing John Romita Sr. covers, my favorite Spider-Man artist ever, with a bunch of Gil Kane sprinkled in there. The writing almost entirely done by Jerry Conway, with a little bit of Len Wein in the last few issues when he took over. Cannot believe I have all this stuff in high grade in my personal collection now. All right, without further ado, let's get into the 10 best keys that I found in this collection. All of these books have a value of about $100 or more in high grade, which these all are, fortunately. I'm very happy about the condition of these books. And we're going to kick it off right here with this one, Amazing Spider-Man number 112, an amazing cover and also an origin story of Peter Parker, specifically about his relationship with his Uncle Ben and Aunt May after the passing of his parents. This is just a great Bronze Age book, a 20 center, so early Bronze Age. I believe this was 1971, and you really can't go wrong with an origin story about one of the most relatable characters in comic book history. Moving on, we've got number 123. This is the first meeting of Spider-Man and Luke Cage, and it is also the funeral of Gwen Stacy, a very pivotal character in the first 100 and some issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. Great cover, Bronze Age goodness right here. And moving on to number 136. This is one of my favorite John Romita covers of all time, and it is also the first appearance of Harry Osborn, son of Norman Osborn and best friend of Peter Parker, as the second iteration of the Green Goblin. Not only are they seen up top battling in costume, they're also down in this aggressive position against each other, wearing, just normal clothes. Love this cover. Such a key significance, such a pivotal moment in Marvel history. Can't go wrong with that. Then moving on, definitely one of my favorite books from this era, Amazing Spider-Man number 149, the first appearance of Peter Parker's clone, who was unnamed during this first initial 1970s clone saga, later to be named Ben Reilly in Spider-Man number 51 from the mid-1990s, and then taking on the alias of Scarlet Spider shortly thereafter, and currently in the comic books as the villain known as Chasm. So a character that has a rich history dating back 50 years or so to the Bronze Age of comics, the clone of Peter Parker, Ben Reilly. I grew up in the Clone Saga. Love this stuff. I've talked about, the 90s Clone Saga plenty of times. Scarlet Spider as a character in general a bunch, and this is just such a great first appearance. And in my opinion, this book is pretty undervalued. In fact, it's not that much more than 1994's Web of Spider-Man number 1, which is the first appearance of, number 118, which is the first appearance of Ben Reilly as Scarlet Spider. You would think this book being older and being a first true appearance would be a much more expensive book, but I think, like I said, it is undervalued. Then we're moving on to number 134, backtracking back down in the numbers here to the second appearance of Punisher. It's really a cameo. He appears in full in 129 and then again in 135. This issue, he does show up briefly, but more importantly than that, in my opinion, it is the first appearance of Tarantula. He's right on the cover, which makes it even better. And this is a villain who had some pretty significant storylines with Spider-Man during the Bronze Age, appearing multiple times in Amazing Spider-Man and even kicking off the second Spider-Man ongoing series, The Spectacular Spider-Man, in issue number 1. Then we're going back some more to issue number 119. This has an incredible Hulk crossover. It's got a great cover here, and these two duke it out in this issue, but even better than this one is the second book of the Incredible Hulk crossover. Has a much better cover, in my opinion, a little bit more of an action shot. And this book demands some serious dollars when it's in high grade, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, even, in just like a 8590. This is definitely a nice copy, and a lot of these books are definitely going to be sent off to be graded because they are really significant keys and they are impressively high grades for books from the 1970s. Moving on to the last three, the three best books in the collection. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 124. This is the first appearance of Man-Wolf, who is the son of J. Jonah Jameson, a Bronze Age horror character, I want to say, because, it's not in a horror book, but it doesn't matter. It's still a horror-related character. We got Morbius at this time. We've got Man-Wolf and stuff like that being integrated into the regular superhero comics. I personally am a huge Bronze Age horror fan, so this kind of stuff really gets me excited because it's combining two things, Spider-Man and horror, that I really, really love in an era of comics that I think is fantastic. Coming up to the second to last book is Amazing Spider-Man number 122, The Death of Norman Osborn, the original Green Goblin. This obviously is a catalyst for his son taking on the mantle a bunch of issues later, which I already showed. And more importantly than that, it really was just such a significant event, especially when they utilized the scene of his goblin glider, accidentally killing him in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I think that was Spider-Man 2, if I remember. Or was that the first one? Man, I'm getting those movies mixed up. But either way, they utilized the storyline from this book in the film, and it's just absolutely monumental. It happens right after the death of Gwen Stacy, which, if you weren't able to guess that this book was the top book after I said Punisher was not in here, it is. It is number 121, The Death of Gwen Stacy, an absolutely just monumental book as far as Amazing Spider-Man goes. And usually the death of characters is not very valuable as far as comics go. Like, think, Death of Superman, that really didn't pan out. As far as value goes, because they brought him back and all this stuff. Mostly characters do come back, and Gwen Stacy, in fact, has returned to the comics plenty of times. But for some reason, this significant death, has really, stood the test of time. And this book continues to grow in value year after year. And I think it partially has to do with this incredible John Romita cover. The fact that Gwen Stacy has become a really popular character in the last, 7-8 years because of her new persona as Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her. This is absolutely a major key, despite it only being really the death of a character. Really signifies the maturity of the Bronze Age. Really all 10 of these books, amazing keys. Most of these I think are going to get graded, and I'll tell you, every single one of these and most of the books we saw before are staying in the personal collection because they replace my copies that I have as higher grade copies. I'll certainly have some ASM stuff up for grabs once I go through and see exactly what is the higher grade book and which ones I'm keeping. A lot of these I do not have in the personal collection as well, so really stoked to have this. In total, I got a really amazing price on this. I asked, how much do you want? He initially said $650, and I didn't even haggle. Why haggle when I'm getting these books for such an amazing price? $650, that would probably be the value of these books, or slightly under fair market value if they were all like kind of lower side of mid-grade, maybe like a 4.0 to a 5.0. But these again are all the worst of the worst books in here look like they're like 7.5s. Just such an amazing deal. This guy is giving me very, very good prices, so I'm gonna keep dealing with him, and hopefully I can pull some more stuff like this from the collection. Not really sure how much he has left. He did claim he had about 1,000 books in total, and I'm getting close to that number now with how many I've picked up. So we'll wait and see to see how much more he actually has. Hopefully it is quite a bit. Maybe he underestimated that 1,000 book number. Anyway, hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up for a like. Leave a comment down below. Tell your friends, tell your family about the channel. Make sure that they subscribe as well. Don't forget to enter the 2,000 subscriber giveaway because we're picking a winner tomorrow night. That's Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Instagram. Come hang out for a whole hour from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Chat about comic books, see who wins, and I think I even have an unboxing that I'm going to do during that time as well. And if there's time at the end, I would be glad to have someone on the live with me to do a discussion and, join me on the stream. So thank you very much for watching this video. And until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.